Hello, I'm MF and I'll be telling you about the great history of ancient Greeks' beloved pottery. Now, pottery is a large part of the archaeological record of ancient Greece. It has exerted a disproportionately large influence on our understanding of Greek society. Basis of the proto-geometrical period between the times of 1050 to 900 BC represent the return of craft production after the collapse of the Mycenaean palace, culture in the ensuing Greek Dark Ages indeed. It's one of the few modes of artistic expression besides jewelry in this period since the sculpture. Monumental architect and mural painting of this era are unknown to us, yet by 1050 BC, life in the Greek peninsula seems to have become sufficiently settled to allow a marked improvement in the production of earthenware. The style is confined to the rendering of circles, triangles, wavy lines, and arcs, but placed with evident consideration and notable dexterity, probably aided by compass and multiple brushes. Geometrical art flourished in the 9th and 8th centuries BC. It was characterized by new motifs breaking with the iconography of the Mauryan and Mycenaean periods, menders, triangles, and other geometrical decoration, as distinct from the predominantly circular figures of the previous style. With early geometrical style, in between the time approximately of 900 to 850 BC, one finds only abstract motifs in what is called the Black Diaphon style, which is characterized by an extensive use of black varnish. With the Middle Geometrical, approximately around 850 to 770 BC, figurative decoration makes its appearance. They are initially identical bands of animals, horses, stags, goats, geese, etc., which alternate with the geometrical bands. The Orientalizing style was the product of cultural ferment of the Iberian and Eastern Mediterranean of the 8th and 7th centuries BC. Fostered by trade links with the city-states of Asia Minor, the artifacts of East influenced a highly stylized yet recognizable representational art. The new idiom developed initially in Corinth and later in Athens between 725 BC to 625 BC. The Black Figure period coincides approximately with the era designated by Winckelmann as the Middle to Late Archaic, from 620 to 480 BC. Painters show a preference for the typical scenes of the geometrical period, like the procession of chariots. However, they adopt the principle of line drawing to replace the silhouette. The technique of incising silhouetted figures with living detail, which we now call the Black Figure method, was, as we saw, a Corinthian invention of the 7th century. The Corinthian fabric, extensively studied by Humphrey Payne and Darrell Exmix, can be traced through the parallel treatment of animal and human figures. The animal motifs have greater prominence on the vase and show the greatest experimentation in the early phase of Corinthian black figure art. The innovation of the red figure technique was an Athenian invention of the late 6th century. The ability to render detail by direct painting rather than incision offered new expressive possibilities to artists such as three-quarter profiles, greater anomically detail, and the representation of perspective. The pioneers deserve particle note not just because they are significant artists in their own right, but because they shared values and goals, that they were something approaching a self-conscious movement, though they left behind no testament other than their own work. The white ground technique was developed at the end of the 6th century BC. Unlike the better-known black figure and the red figure technique, its coloration was not achieved through the application and firing of slips, but through the use of paints and gliding on a surface of white clay. The technique gained great importance during the 5th and 4th centuries, especially in the form of small ikiyo that became typical grave offerings.